Alright, what is up? Welcome back to another video. This is finally the video in which I respond to everyone's favorite film. This is everyone's favorite film that they like to shoot. I put it out on one of those tier lists. So first off, we have our tiers. I just said the standard S tier, A tier, B, C, D, so on and so forth. I didn't include the F tier because I feel like we're all winners at the end of the day. Just for being able to shoot film. So for starters, Cinestill 800T. This one, I got a whopping 3 votes as people's favorite. So I'm keeping that in mind. And what metrics I'm going off of is my preference, really, if anything, because I'm not like an unbiased human. I obviously have my own preferences. But for Cinestill 800T, I think the thing that I don't like about it is still the price. Lawsuit stuff besides, whatever, like weird stuff. I'm not going to try to keep that into account. I think for me, the price and the quality I've just like not really been super fond of. I feel like it's a great niche creative film, but I don't think it's a great overall film, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to drop it right in the, I'll say B tier, because I know a lot of people really love it, and I do think that there's grounds for it to be very good. It's just not my favorite. Color Plus, immediate S tier. Here's the thing. I know it's not a great film. That's kind of the point of it, is it's supposed to be a cheap, usable film. And I think for that, I love it. And you just get relatively inconsistent results. It kind of sucks. Actually, you know what? A tier. I'm going to do A tier. Because the price of it now is more, it makes it harder for me to be like S tier color film. So that's what we're going to put there. And then I think I'm going to put Cinestill down to C tier just because we'll see how it shakes out. Things might move. Ilford, HP5. That's going to go to S tier for me. I love Ilford film. I think it's fantastic. It's one of those things you can just rely upon all the time. And it is just supremely affordable, which is always nice. Next up, we have Kodak Ultramax. That's going to go to A tier for me there as well. Again, it's like a very affordable film, color film option. Also, the hot air balloons are fun. Reminds me of hot air ballooning days. And yeah, I just think it's a really fun film. Like, I'm always excited to use it. I'm always pleasantly surprised with the results I get back. And that's always nice. Portra 800 in medium format. Color Plus also got 2 votes. HP5 got 2 votes. We have one submission that is any kind of film I can afford. I didn't know where to put that, but I would just say that's probably an S tier answer, because that's kind of how I am with film, just like whatever I can get my hands on, I'm happy to shoot. Portra 800 and 120, I've not shot, so I'm just going to throw that in B tier because I feel like it's probably very good, maybe a little overrated, but I think it's good. I've shot Portra 400. And I enjoyed that on 120. I've just not shot the 800. Portra 800 and 35mm I have shot. Did not like the results of that whatsoever. The colors were super muddy. It didn't really perform as well as I was hoping it would. But I know that that's not like everyone's experience with it. I'm just going to put it in C tier because that's kind of how I feel towards it. Fuji Color C200. This is, again, the same thing with Color Plus. I would put it in S tier if I could find it. And sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. It just disappears randomly. And then when you do find it, I feel like the prices got jacked up. So I'm going to just throw that in A tier because I do like it quite a bit. Gold 200. B tier. I like gold. I think it's fine. It's not like my favorite thing in the world. It's fine. So I really enjoyed the Kodak Gold 120, but then I found Portra 160, 120 VC or whatever, and I really enjoyed shooting that. And so that's kind of my new favorite color medium format film. So that's why it's in B tier. It's just not my cup of tea. I think it's great though. Like, it is a great film, but it's just middle of the road for me. I'd rather shoot Ultramax. I'd rather shoot Color Plus. I'd rather shoot Fuji C200 than Gold. Velvia 50. This is a great answer. I know the gentleman who submitted this, and I definitely respect him because this is a bold choice and one that I'm going to pay off by putting in we'll go S tier. We'll go S tier for that because Velvia 50 is a gorgeous film. Fuji slide film is the only kind of slide film I want to shoot ever. Provia 100 is like one of my favorite films. Velvia is just gorgeous. The color rendition is just so rich and vibrant, and yeah, I just absolutely fucking adore it. I absolutely adore it. So it's going to go in S tier. It is super expensive, but I think that adds to the quality of like, it's a very special thing to shoot. Something that you really want to like savor and enjoy more than, just shooting HP5 or whatever. It's like they're different feelings. Each one is good and great in their own way. Ilford Delta 3200. This is another one I've not shot. Actually, that's a lie. I have shot it. I've only shot expired rolls of it, though. That's right. And I liked it. I thought it was great. I think it's one of the more expensive Ilford films, which is, it's only like $16, and it's funny to think like, oh, that's expensive. Meanwhile, that's like some of the cheapest film that you can get from other companies. I'd give it a solid B tier. I enjoy it quite a bit. I think the 3200 is a little bit overrated. Not overrated, but overstated is how I would say. Ektar 100. I'm going to say A tier. I'm going to go with A tier on that. Again, really, really high quality stuff. Pretty expensive to shoot, but the results are always like consistently good. I just don't know. I just don't know if it has enough to elevate it to that S tier, So this is Eastman Kodak Double X. Someone got a 100-foot roll of it and has just been self-loading canisters. And that's a pretty S tier move, I gotta say, just right off the bat. Like that's the way to go. There's a very clear dichotomy here between like the feedback I got from Instagram and the feedback I got from YouTube. It was like Instagram was like, oh, I like shooting all these films, and YouTube was just like, this is very cheap. This is what I like to shoot, and I respect the hell out of that. So I've not shot Double X. I think that's right. I've not shot Double X. So I'm gonna go with B tier on that because I think it's probably pretty standard bulletproof black and white film. Arista 400 I have shot a lot of, but this was a 400-foot spool that someone's self-loading, which again, baller move, like balling on a budget. And for that, I would also give it a solid B tier because Arista 400 I enjoy a lot, but I think I prefer Arista 100. I think the 400 I think is again a little bit over presumptuous with its 400 speed because I've gotten some results back that it's like, oh, I should not have pushed this at 400. I should have probably kept this at 200. I got a comment on one of my past videos in regards to that, so something about I don't know. There's some comment about it. I think it's a great film though. Really great budget option. I think you get the 400-foot spool for like a couple $100 or something like that, which is just insane. You just get that, and then you have so many rolls of film that you can shoot. And if you're cool with just sitting with one kind of type of film, why not? Why not? Shanghai GP3. This is just a black and white film. I think I shot one of their films a while ago, and it was okay. Just B tier. I'm not trying to dunk on anyone. These are just things I've not shot. People stay and buy them, which I respect. Superior Extra 400. This one I have shot, but it's been so long because I can't find it anymore. And I really like it. It's a very good competitor to like Ultramax. It has kind of similar variations in color tones. It's not like a direct rendition of what you're seeing. It has like a specific look to it. So I'm gonna say B tier just because I've not shot it in forever, so I don't know like how that's held up. And then Acros 2. I don't think I have to punt on this one. I think. I'm just going to, again, put it in B tier. I feel like B tier is filling up with things I've just not shot. But the time I shot Acros, it was an expired roll, and I didn't really like the results. I just got a fresh roll of Acros, so I'm going to shoot with that, and then I might revisit this opinion. because I don't want to say like, oh, it was bad, because the roll I shot was bad, but partly that's due to the fact that it was expired and all this stuff. So we'll get back to that. Fuji Rila, I'll be honest, I didn't like. This is one of the only times I've shot expired Fuji film and gotten terrible results, and it wasn't even that expired. I don't think it was like early 2000s, and it just looked like not great. And I know it's not necessarily fair to like link an entire brand of film to one experience I had, but it did leave quite a bad taste in my mouth, so I'm just going to put that in C tier. And then Rolly Retro 400, again, have not shot, so I'm just going to put that right there. So, overall, this is the worst tier list of all time because a lot of these I've not shot. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of them I've not shot. So I was trying to be kind of fair about that. I'm trying not to dunk on anyone too much. I just think the point I wanted to make that I thought was hilarious was the poll that I ran on Instagram was like, oh, Cinestill, oh, Color Plus, oh, Portrait 800, oh, Velvia, all this stuff. Meanwhile, the one I run on YouTube, I'm just like, budget, which is awesome. It made me really happy to see. I'm trying to make videos that are kind of aimed at accessibility for everyone, pretty much, or as many people as are interested. So that was kind of cool to see. There was a comment that was like, oh man, everyone in here is so cheap. And I was like, well, yeah, that's fair. I am a very cheap person, I think, especially when it comes to like myself and my hobbies and stuff like that. But it just made me laugh. So thank you to everyone who submitted. I'm sorry that this took so long to do. I don't know. I thought I was going to be able to do more with it, but I think that's going to be it for now. I might do another one of these with like your favorite camera and give you my very lukewarm takes on that. But yeah, that is the list. If there's any film that you want rated, comment down below. I'll tell you what I think it is. Yeah, this was the worst video ever. So thanks for watching. Appreciate it as always. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. And I'll catch you on the next one.